Hello everyone, this is Sanjeev from interviewbox.tech. Thanks again for coming to my channel and watching Python tutorials on my channel. Um, in this video, I'm going to talk about operators and statements in Python. So let's start here. So first I'm going to talk about comparison operators. So what are the comparison operators in Python? So comparison operators are used to compare variables and output the Boolean value like true or false. So for example, if you're comparing like 5 with 2, like the number 5 with number 2, or like some string to each other, and then you are looking for the output. So there are 6 comparison operators, and as you can see here, first one is the double equal sign to compare the two variables for the equality, and it will return true if the both variables at the left and the right hand sides are equal. And the second is not equal sign, like if two variables are not equals, then you will see the output true. And third one is less than, the checkpoint, where it will give you the true value if the left side variable is less than the right side variable, right? For example, if we say 2 is less than 5, so it will say true. Next is greater than. If the left side variable is greater than the right side variable, then you will see true, otherwise it will false. Fifth one is less than equal to, so it will check if the left side variable is either less than or equal to. So it has like kind of two condition there. So 2 less than equal to 5 will be true, and 5 less than equal to 5 will also be true because it will check for the equal. And the last one is greater than equal to, and the same thing, the output will be true if the left variable is either the greater than or the equal to the right variable. So let's go to the PyCharm and try to run a couple of commands. So here's my PyCharm editor window. So let's create a new file here. I will say operators. So for example, you have like variable like 5, like it's an integer variable like num, and you get another one that you have like, for example, 8. And now if you want to run those comparison operator that I just discussed, so it will be, so you are checking if num1 is equal to num2. So if you try to print this, it will give you false because both variables are not equal. So as you see here in the output window, it will say false. And don't get confused with the 2 equal sign with the 1, like why we are using 2, because the 1 equal sign is for the variable assignment. So for example, at the top you see like num1 equal to 5. So here we are assigning the value 5 to the variable num1, and to check the two variable for the equality, we use the 2 equal sign. Okay, so next one was not equal to. So you know that these are num1 and num2 are not equal to, so then you will get the value true. So let's run this, and you see it will say true because these are not equal to. But for example, you say your both numbers are 8, right? So then first statement will give you true and second will give you false. So as you see, so first become true because both numbers are equal, right? So but here we are taking different number to just show you. So third one was a less than, so print so now we are checking num1 is less than num2. That is true because 5 is less than 8. So let me comment it out there so that we don't look more output. Okay, so now let's run this and you see true. So num1 is less than num2. But for example, if we just say check for the greater than, I mean the greater. So now you're asking, is num1 is greater than num2? It will give you false, because 5 is less than 8. So as you see here, it gives you the value false. Then next one is less than equal to. So you say, like, you see the 5 is less than equal to, so it will give you true. Commented out this, so it's true. And even if you make like number 8, so now it will check for equal. So before it checked for the less than, so it says either it's like less than or equal to. So now in this case it will also give you true. And the same thing will do greater than or equal to. So in this case it will check if the number like num1 is either greater than or equal to num2. So first condition, for example, if we have 5 here, so 5 is not greater than 8, right? So it will give you false right here. But you say if my num2 become 5 as well, so then it will become true, because 5 equal to 5. So as you see here, it says true. So that's how we use the comparison operators. And I just showed you guys example like with the integer, but you can do the same thing with the string. For example, you say hi equal to hi, so make this commented out. So you will run this and it's true. So hi equal to hi. But this interesting thing, so Python is like case sensitive language. So if you say hi equal to hi with like small h versus capital H, so these are not equal strings. So when you will run this, you will see false. So that's how you can also use comparison operator with the strings as well. So these are the comparison operators. So now I'm going to talk about the logical operators. Those are and, or, and not. So what are the logical operators? So here you see like we are only doing like one comparison, right, in a single transaction, like num1 with the num2. But if you want to compare more than one transaction in a single statement, so you use and, or, and not. So let's see a couple of examples here. Before that, I think I just want to show you, I think I have a slide for that too as well. Okay, so logical operators is to achieve more than one comparison in single statement. That's what I just mentioned. And logical operators to combine more than one comparisons are and, or, and not. So let's look into the PyCharm. So and, or, and not. So the example could be, say if you want to check 10 is less than 15, and 10 is less than 50, so that means it is true. But you say and for example 18 is it will not, it will be greater than, for example, 16. So both statements are true, right? 10 is less than 15 and 18 is greater than 16. So when you will execute this, let's comment it out, this one, it will give you true. Yes, because it's gonna check like this is one statement, so you're getting the Boolean result from here. It says true, and it says true and true. So let me put here true and true will be true. So if your both statements are true, then your final result will be true. But for example, the same thing will say 10 is less than 15, good, that is true. And it says 18 is less than 16, but that is false. So true and false become false. So if you execute this, you will see false. So let me put on the next line so that it will be more clear here. Okay, so true and true becomes true, and true and false become false. Okay, and the next is or operator. So or is in the end it's checking both statement, like at the left and the right. Or is like is kind of the, the either one. So if uh, any one of the two is true, then it will return the true. So I can take the same example, this one, and just paste here, and then we can work on this. So we will say like 10 is less than 15, that is true. And we say 18 is less than 16, and we know that is false, right? If we use and, it's going to give you false, but here we'll use or, and what it's going to do is going to check any one of them. So this is true and false, it will become true because it's just checking any one of true is true. So let me comment it out, these two. So this will give you true, and as you see the answer is true. And so that's how these logical operators work. And the last one is the not. So not is basically you are taking the opposite value of what you are getting. So simple things. So this will give you true, right? And but if you want to take some reverse of this, not of this, so that will be not of true will become false. So here, as you see in the output, it become false. So you use this not operator in like some special condition when you are writing statement checkpoint based on some condition. That's where you will use not keyword. So that's how you use like your logical operator and the comparison operator. Next, I'm going to talk about statements. So let's go to Keynote. I have a slide for you guys. So statements is basically execute code based on some particular conditions, right? For example, you say if it's raining, take umbrella. You say like raining, take umbrella. If not, then don't worry about taking umbrella. So something like that. And the keyword that is used in statements is if, elif, and else. So these are like checking the conditions. So let's go to the PyCharm and execute some command there. So let's create a new file here. I will say statements. And in the statement, as I mentioned, right, you, for example, you create variable is raining, and you say true. So you create a variable is raining, and you set up a Boolean value like true in there. And now you can check with your statement logic. So you say if is raining, so you're checking the value of that. You say like take umbrella, else. So it will execute the if block if this is condition is valid, like it said true. If it's raining, then do this. If it's not raining, if it's not valid, then as you can say it is not raining. So let's execute this, and you will see it will say take umbrella, because this is true. So here we know that because this is the Boolean value, right? So that's how it is checked. But you can also say so here this is also you can define, but because this is a Boolean, you can make it a simple and just you don't have to check equality with the Boolean value because it already has. But if, for example, if you have something else, let me check. Say no, you create some variable this, and you say if raining is 5, then take umbrella, else something else. But for example, if you say here 4, then it will say it is not raining. It is not raining. So that's how you check some variable, in a if condition. But as it was like Boolean, so you don't have to put anything here in the if. For the Boolean value, it's just checked. So for example, if you define false here, so it says if is raining, so is raining is false, so that means it's failing here, so it will jump to the else block, and if you say and it will say it is not raining. So as you see in the output, it say it is not raining. So that's how you use the if and else. Now let's take another example where we can use if, elif, and else, like all three keyword. So I can create another variable where I say dinner is veggie pizza, and I will say if. So here you see like I assign some value, so I'm checking that, and it says if dinner is veggie pizza, then I will have it. The next you can say elif dinner is chicken pizza, and you can say I may have it. And the last it will be, so as you see, like in the if I'm making some condition check, and elif also making some, and else will be the blocks where you say like if and elif is not valid, then just go to the else and execute it. So in the else you don't have to check for any condition. That will be your the default one. When everything else is not valid, then you just execute this. So here I will say I'm not hungry. So if it's veggie pizza, then you can say I will have it. If it's chicken, I may have it. And other than these two, if there's any other pizza, like I don't know, like maybe cheese pizza or like bacon or any barbecue, then you say like, okay, I'm not gonna have it. Like I'm not hungry, basically. So you said that. So let's execute this. Let me comment out this portion. Okay, and we provide veggie pizza, so it will say I will have it. So here you see I will have it. And for example, if you say chicken pizza, then it will say I may have it. And for example, if you don't have these two pizza, you have something else like cheese pizza, then it will say I'm not hungry. So that's how you basically write down your statement, and you check like conditions in there for your program flow. And another thing I want to mention here, you guys may have noticed even in my previous tutorials, like colon things, right? So Python is a programming language where it don't use any braces, like for example Java. So it for the indentation property, and for so Java uses the curly braces to make a program properly coded, and Python uses the colon, and then it uses for the next line proper indentation. So for example, here I have write down this colon, right? If I don't write colon, you see it coming here, but it shows me these red kind of error here. It says after if you have to use the colon, and then you jump here and all good, so you will not see any error. So colon is used with any statement, and the loops that I will discuss in my next video, like for loop, while loop. So you have to use these colon things, and in the following video when I will talk about the functions and the methods, there you also have to use the colon, and even with the classes. So yeah, so that will I will cover more in detail in the next lecture, but here with the statement as well, you have to use the colon. So as you see, like with the if I'm using, elif I'm using, and then with the else using as well. So that's the way to write the Python program. So that's all for today's video, and if you like this video, please press the like button and please subscribe to my channel. I am going to put, as I mentioned, the video about the looping in Python, and then functions, methods, and then object-oriented programming using class and inheritance polymorphism. I will also cover in future about the regular expression in Python. So yeah, there's a lot to come. So please stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel. And I'm looking forward to see you guys for my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.